A very warm welcome to all of you. Myself, Professor Nagresh S. from KG Somaiya College, Kopargaon. In this lecture number 4, we are going to study some new topics from the chapter pH meter. The topics which we are going to discuss in this lecture are combination of pH electrode, and second important point is how to measure the pH, that's the measurement of the pH. So let us start this lecture. So first of all, we are interested to know how these electrodes can be combined, that is called as the combination of pH electrode. Now in order to determine or measure the pH of a particular solution, the certain assembly is required, and the electrode is one of the important part as far as the measurement of pH is considered. The glass electrode and calomel electrode can be constructed together in a single probe called as combined or combination electrode. We know very well that in order to measure the pH, two types of electrodes are commonly used. One is called as glass electrode, second is called as the calomel electrode. Now these two electrodes, when constructed together in a single probe, then that combination is called as the combined or combination electrode. The majority of pH electrodes available commercially are combination electrodes. So majority these combination electrodes are available for commercial purpose. In specific applications, separate pH electrodes and reference electrodes are also used in order to get higher precision for research purpose. Even though these combination electrodes are commonly used commercially, but in some research purpose work, the separate electrodes, that is a reference and calomel electrodes, are again used for a higher precision. But in normal cases, the combination electrodes are precise and more convenient to use. So these combination electrodes are more precise and more convenient to use, and that's why they are commonly used in nowadays for pH measurement. Now, how this combination electrode is constructed? So the combination electrode is constructed with the reference surrounding the glass electrode as shown below. This is a construction figure for this combination electrode. In this case, two type of electrodes, one is the glass and second is a reference combined together. So in this bottom part of this combined electrode, there is a pH sensitive glass bulb. This is a pH sensitive glass bulb. It is a very important as far as the measurement of pH is to be considered. This part is called as the reference junction. This reference junction part is there. The next part is a reference electrolyte. In this, for this reference electrode, some electrolytic solution is there, so it is a reference electrolyte. Next part is a glass electrode electrolyte. Similar to the reference electrolyte, there is a again glass electrode electrolyte is there. Next important part is reference electrode element. This is actually the reference electrode element is there. Next important part is glass electrode element. This is a glass electrode element. So these two elements construct the two different type of the electrodes. One is a reference, second is called as the glass. At the higher part of this combination electrode, there is reference electrolyte filling hole. From this hole we can fill the reference electrolyte, and this is a filling hole cover. This is a cover for this particular hole. So this is a total part is called as the combination type of electrode for pH measurement. It consists of both the reference as well as the glass electrode, and this is a commonly called as the combination electrode. Once we know the construction of this particular combination electrode, now we are interested how actually the measurement of the pH can be carried out. So next important part is measurement of pH. The following general procedure is used for making pH measurement with instrument. So these are the various type of the steps are there. So let us look towards them one by one. The first important step is the instrument is switched on for warming up, and the buffer solutions used for standardization are prepared. So first of all, we have to switch on the instrument for warming purpose, and meanwhile we have to prepare some buffer solutions for the standardization purpose of this pH meter. The second step is set the temperature control probe of instrument to a temperature of the test solution. So we have to adjust the temperature of the test solution to a particular value with the help of the temperature control probe. The third important step is Take the standard buffer solution, say pH equal to 4, in a small beaker and insert the electrode assembly into the solution. Nextly, we have to prepare the standard buffer solution of pH equal to 4. Now, in this buffer solution, we have to insert that particular electrode assembly. So, this is the third number step. The next step, step number 4, is adjust the said buffer control so as to get the meter reading equal to known pH of the buffer solution. Now first of all, we take here the buffer solution of pH equal to 4. So whenever we insert the electrode assembly into that pH equal to 4 solution, then we have to adjust the said buffer control to a value which can give the meter reading equal to pH of the buffer solution, and that is the pH of the buffer solution is a 4. So unless and until it gives the pH equal to 4, we have to adjust this said buffer control. The next step is remove the electrode assembly and rinse it with distilled water and place it in a small beaker containing the second buffer solution, say pH equal to 9.2. So in this step, what we have to do? We have to remove the electrode assembly from the first buffer solution, that is pH equal to 4. After that, we have to rinse it, that electrode assembly, with a distilled water. Then we have to take the second buffer solution of 9.2 and we have to insert the assembly into this particular buffer solution 9.2. If meter does not agree with the known pH, then adjust the slope control till the required reading is obtained. So when we insert the assembly, electrode assembly, into the buffer solution of pH equal to 9.2, if the meter reading cannot be equal to 9.2, then what we have to do? So we have to adjust the slope control till we get the reading equal to this or near about to this 9.2. The next step is remove the electrode assembly and rinse it with distilled water and place it in a first buffer solution pH equal to 4 and confirm that meter shows the correct reading. The next step, what we have to do? We have to again remove the electrode assembly from pH equal to 9.2 buffer solution. Then again we have to rinse it with the distilled water and again we have to reinsert it in a first buffer solution of pH equal to 4 and we have to check whether the meter reading is equal to pH equal to 4. If it does not show the correct reading, then repeat the calibration procedure. Now if in some cases it cannot give the correct pH, that's pH equal to 4, so again we have to repeat the calibration procedure. The next important step is after calibration, rinse the electrode with the distilled water and place it in a beaker containing test solution, then read the pH of solution on meter. Now once the calibration of the particular instrument is to be carried out, then what we have to do? We have to rinse the electrode with the distilled water. Those electrode assembly we have to rinse with distilled water. Then that assembly we have to place in a beaker in which there is a different test solutions are there, and we have to check the respective pH of the particular test solution. We have to record all the pH of the particular test solution, and at the last remove the electrodes, rinse with distilled water and leave them standing in distilled water. At the end of this experiment, we have to remove the electrode assembly, again we have to rinse it with the distilled water and we have to keep them in distilled water. So these 8 steps are commonly used for the measurement of the pH of the particular test solution. In all these steps, we have to take the help of various types of the buffer solutions. Commonly, the buffer solution of pH equal to 4 and pH equal to 9.2 are commonly used for the standardization purpose. Once the standardization is carried out, it is very easy to check, to measure the pH of the particular test solution with the help of the given pH meter. So in this lecture, we studied the 2 important points from the chapter pH meter. The first important point is combination of pH electrode and second one is measurement of the pH. I hope that you understand these 2 points very well. The remaining points from this chapter we will study in a next lecture. So with this, I stop here. Thank you so much.